This is a response and reflection on the laboratory assignment and the lecture that was taped for this module. One of the things that I noticed, especially in the lecture, I did a lot of ums, and you do see that a lot with presentations, and I need to work a lot of time correcting that. The PowerPoint presentation wasn't as clear as I'd like it to have been, because there was strobing lights in the background, which I apologize for. That had to do with the camera, and the classroom we were in had no natural light, so because of that I couldn't turn out the artificial light, or else we would have been standing in the dark. But pacing is an issue with that. I did see and felt that my pacing was off. Part of that has to do with the fact that I did not have students in a normal classroom. And again, we all know, we've discussed this before, teaching without that is difficult, especially when pacing. In regards to the tips for asking questions to students, that comes from our textbook, Llewellyn. I did try to make a concerted effort to hesitate after I asked a question, to give time in response. I believe it said 3 to 5 seconds that we're supposed to give students to reply, and not just to give them the answers. It's difficult when you don't have a classroom because you don't get incorrect questions, and so you can't reply to those properly. I tried to not be gender specific and find students in the class that were female and male in names. Tried to guide with the questions and not answer things and be too specific. With the lecture, I think it was a little harder, but my laboratory, I think that I was a little bit more successful with that, even though, again, I had a virtual classroom. The laboratory, I'm hoping, came out properly. I mean, this isn't my realm that I teach in regularly, so I can't say. Based on the information that I had, it seemed to work okay, but I will tell you that my greenhouse was pretty sad, and don't ask me to hire me to build your house or any buildings for you, because it'll probably fall down in an instant. But I worked real hard on it, but it was very difficult for me to get it to be like a normal greenhouse. But it did come out with the results that I think should have been. The students would have had some good scholarly information to extract from it, I think. And in total, the work with the probe was interesting. I'll probably never use it again. I think at the end of the semester I'm going to volunteer to donate it, because I will never teach science. So if any of you are interested in it, please let me know, because further work with it is not going to work in health and wellness. So that's just about my feelings on this, what I call an experiment of myself. Do need a lot of work on those ums.